Hey guys, how you doing? Bob McCarty here again. It's Monday, March 14th. Ready for our next Monday night video. Hope you enjoyed the one last week. Out here to try and do the same thing again for you. We're at the beautiful Markham Park. Might be a little bit late, a little bit on the dark side, but let's see how this one goes. Last week we tackled a trail here. This week I'm going to try and tackle another one here at Markham Park. This time we're going to go for rock garden from beginning to end. A lot of good feedback from the video last Monday. Let's see what happens this week. I'll try and pick it apart a little bit more, try and keep the video a little bit shorter. hope you guys enjoy it. I'll probably stop at a few points during the lap, pick out a couple things and see what y'all think. So here we go into Markham Park. Rock Garden Trail is actually the trail that's the second one in the park. First one is what we call the warm-up loop. Second one is what we call the rock garden. So first we're going to enter right here into the rock garden. You can see the sign, rock garden entrance, expert only. Bunch of routes on entry, not a big deal. 3 types of routes: parallel, perpendicular, and diagonal to the front wheel. Diagonal to the front wheel, the ones that I'm concerned about. So we're just making our way down the Rock Garden Trail. First obstacle we're going to come to, if you see off in the distance right there, is going to be a log over. The key with the log over is I want my head to remain stable the entire time. I'm going to let the bike move up and down away from me. Shoulders and head is going to stay stable the whole time. Tight in between those 2 trees. Going to make a hard left right inside here. Again, I'm focused in on every foot of the trail, trying to see where that front wheel is, making sure I'm placing it in the right place. Next, we're going to get to a little up right here. I'm going to wheelie up, pick up the front wheel, pick up the back wheel, trying to take that resistance off the front wheel. Running over a couple roots, not a big deal. Here you kind of have an option to go right or left. I'm going to choose left. Same thing, nice little wheelie up. Some lefts and rights through there. All right, right now my eyes glance all the way up, see what's up trail, and then I work backwards down the trail, see what I have to contend with. All right, right here there's a split. We're going to take the rock garden split. The left, looking for something for traction. There's a few edges. Going to push over the top of this, look up, look for the best line here. Best line is going to be that outside of all the rocks. Drop down, up and over these rocks. When I do the lap later, I'll probably maintain a straight line through there, picking up the front wheel, picking up the back wheel to go ahead and get through it. Here's one of the harder parts of the rock garden, this small section right here. We're actually going to stop. I'm going to stop for a second, pick it apart for you guys so you can actually see what I'm looking at. So if we look back down this trail, we can see a bunch of rocks. A bunch of rocks that we're trying to contend with. Some big ones on either side, big ones on either side. Bunch of small rocks. And this becomes the hard part. This is the hard part right here. How do I get myself through this? The key, I think, to success in this one section is actually this rock right here. These rocks, this rock right here. Putting your front wheel to the inside or putting your front wheel to the outside actually helps you set up for the next set of rocks. When I come through here, I actually put my front wheel to the outside line. I let the back wheel track to the inside. Once I'm to the outside here, I'll show it to you from this angle. Once I'm to the outside of that, I can actually run the front straight through all of these rocks. I don't try to avoid anything. I let the bike stay nice and loose, move up and down underneath me, not side to side. So again, I'm going to go to the outside of this first rock and then run the bike straight through all of this. Straight through all of this, trying to stay as loose as I possibly can. Going to keep moving on. A couple more rocks to deal with. Outside line, I'm going to let the front wheel track to the let the front wheel go to the outside while the back wheel tracks to the inside. I said in last week's video, I'm fully conscious of where that front wheel goes compared to where the back wheel goes. Always want to know where the front is compared to the back, and I'm going to move both tires according to what they're going to run over to keep the least amount of resistance. There's a drop. We're going to take the left line right there. Nice left turn, followed by a right. Looking for some hooks. We found one right there. By now you should start realizing what a hook is. Vertical surface that you're guaranteed traction. In and out of all these trees, just trying to not to hit a handlebar grabber. Same thing, up and over those roots, up and over a couple of roots. Here we have a left-right split. I'm actually going to take the whole thing straight through. Here's the next hard part, this rock up. And get to right here, going to try and surge the bike forward. A lot of people make the mistake when they're trying to go over obstacles is they slow down. They check up their speed and slow down. I'm going to drive down on those pedals, push the bike through the whole thing, stay nice and loose to up and down movement, very stiff to side movement from the handlebars. One of the hardest parts I think about the rock garden is timing your pedal stroke. Timing a pedal stroke simply means when it's in the down position, what is it going to run into? Here's the last little rocky drop. I'm going to pick the center line to the whole thing. Not too difficult. Well, I shouldn't say that. It actually is kind of difficult, but again, trying to stay as loose as I possibly can through it. So, all right, in efforts to try and keep this video a little bit on the shorter side, I'm going to make my way back, start at the beginning of the rock garden again. This time I'm going to hit it a little bit hotter than what I did before. When I say hot, that's trying to go as fast or faster through the trail. So I always want to try to duplicate race pace, if not slightly above race pace. This way, when it comes time to race, I'm a little bit more comfortable with it. It's all about how hard you train. You want to make race days the easy part for you. So, all right, so we're about to go back into the rock garden. Couple lefts and rights. Here comes that first log over we talked about. Again, I'll keep my head as stable as possible. Let the bike move underneath me. Hopefully the camera's showing the right thing, and that's my head stays stable while I allow the bike to move underneath me. Here's that next up. We're going to wheelie up with a hop to the back wheel through a couple of these roots. Straight line, and then up this. A couple lefts and rights. All right, looking up. Nothing coming up. On the gas, doing my homework. Getting a good push, taking the left line, looking for a hook, surging over the top. Look up, taking that right line, gonna drop down, we'll hop over those rocks, front wheel outside, and straight through the whole thing. Front wheel outside, back wheel inside, same thing. Always conscious where the front and back wheel are. Hooks around the whole outside, up and over the bridge, inside line. Standing up, a hook. One more time, another hook. Dodging handlebars. Gonna get a little hop. Straight line. Straight through those rocks. Again, timing the pedal stroke. Like I said last time, making sure those pedals don't hit. Staying on the gas. On the gas and resting, dropping down, center line on the whole thing. All right. So that was rock garden. Hope you enjoyed that one. I want to try and keep it a little bit shorter than I did last time, getting a point of view, a ground point of view of that one rocky section. But again, great feedback on last week. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to try and do this. I enjoy it and look forward to many more of these every Monday. I'll be back here next Monday again, taking a different trail. So thanks again, Bob McCarty, Stradale Bicycles, ID Angel, McCarty Training, McCarty Racing.